Hi guys, how are you doing today? My name is Mark Levy, and everything I'm about to tell you is real. Everything happened to me. It does get intense, and I apologize about that to a certain extent, but I have a good sense of humor, and I got through it pretty okay, I think. Also, letting us know that if there's going to be more information in the program about what happened, and if you need help, also there's a number there too. And also, you know, if you guys want to buy me a drink afterwards, I am more than happy to accept that.
2 drinks.
Let's get things started. Okay, so my whole life I've always been like a weird, anxious person. I've always been that person. I've always figured that if I act crazy and weird, then people will never realize that I'm doing bad or whatever. And it works out pretty well. So in the summer of 2001, I had a pretty rough summer. There were 3 people that were close to me that passed away, including a grandparent. And then 9/11 happened, and I realized I was not doing good. So I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression, and that's in that September, a week after 9/11 or so. And I was on Paxil and Xanax from 2001 till August 2009, which means the rest of high school, all of college, and a little bit of when I moved to New York. It always helped me. It was always a low dosage too, which is very important to know. So that way I wouldn't get addicted to the actual drug. And I've had a lot of issues with anxiety as a person. When I go to the ER a couple times, thinking I was having a heart attack, all this crazy stuff. But like as I grew older, I learned that if I talk to myself like quietly, like not vocally, I can actually keep things okay. So like Mark, you're okay. You're having an anxiety attack. Mark, you'll be fine in 15 minutes. Mark, breathe. And this always works. So like, that's good to know. I mean, it's very important to know for later in the story. So, in September last year, I was working at Trader Joe's on 14th Street, the busiest Trader Joe's in not just New York City, not just the state of New York, the whole world. And it's exactly how you imagine it would be. If you've never been there before, go, it's a great store. But also, like, it's crazy as shit inside that store. And everyone there is amazing as a person. They're all great people. And they're all, and like, everything about the job is like super exciting and happy all the time, even when it's insane. And what's also really cool as an actor myself, 60% of the people there are actors, writers, dancers, musicians, etc. And it's like really fucking cool working at a job where it's artistically sound. So I was working at Trader Joe's and I was on register. And while I was on register, I was getting a lot of carts that were 2-tier carts, which means a top full and the bottom is full. And I hope you saw, I am a very tall man. Well, I'm not very tall, but I'm tall for an average tall person. I'm 6'1", and I've always had back issues. And this particular day, my back was not doing too good, and I'm like, I don't think I can work right now. And they sent me to the doctor. The doctor that I have, the place I go for my doctor is City MD. I don't have a real doctor. City MD is only like perfect for me. And the City MD on 14th Street, right near Trader Joe's, I've had a weird history with. In May of last year, I was suffered from heat stroke, and I went inside there. And the doctor, this is not a lie at all. The doctor looks at me, sees my sweaty face, and he's like, "Are you on drugs?" 30 seconds go by. Are you on drugs? Are you sure not on drugs? Okay. Are you sure not on drugs? And this goes on for like another 30 seconds longer than that. And I'm like, no, never been not doing that. And he's like, okay. Well, so even when I came in September, he accused me again if I was still on drugs when I was there in May. That's how crazy this fucking doctor is. Doesn't matter. He prescribes me Roboxin for my back. It's a painkiller, and he's like, take these twice a day. You'll be fine in a week. And it's sweet. I've never had painkillers before. I'm excited. I hear they're fun, and I go home and I'm off for the next few days because you have to get myself back to normal. I take the pills as I'm directed to, and starting to feel a little bit better, which is amazing. And then I start seeing chiropractor. I don't know if you guys have ever had chiropractor before. They are like better than anything I could ever explain. Like, chiropractor is the best. If you live in Park Slope, I will tell you her name afterwards if you want. So she like fixes me up. I'm feeling better-ish. And then my seasonal depression kicks in because the weather gets all weird. And as it gets like rainy and cloudy, I start getting sad. And like, you know what? No, Mark, you know what? Just go visit work. You haven't seen your friends in a while without cheering. I go there. It doesn't help. And I'm like, okay, Mark, you love movies. Go see a comedy movie. See a movie, it doesn't help. And I'm thinking to myself, why am I so sad? Oh, well, I mean, there's no reason to be sad. I just did 2 plays back to back. I should be a happy person. Oh, well, I'll be fine next week. So September 10th starts off as a normal day. I wake up, kind of groggy, not feeling the best. And then I call my parents and I tell them that I'm sad. I'm so sad. And they're like, don't worry, we love you, you'll be better soon. And I tell them I'm going to try the Hamilton lottery, which is something that I do all the time. Fun fact about the Hamilton lottery and me, this is, again, fully real, what I'm about to say. If you type in, will Mark Levy ever see Hamilton in Facebook, you will see a fan page about me trying to see Hamilton. I've tried it, as of right now, 35 times in real life and 200 times online. That doesn't matter. Side story. So I'm like, okay, yeah. And then I hang up the phone with my parents, and I'm like, I'm going to take a nap. And that doesn't really help. Then it's getting cloudier as the day goes on. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to order some bad Thai food. I love Thai food. It always makes me feel better. I eat it, it just sits like a lump in my stomach. And then I take another nap. Okay, it's time. I have to go get down to Times Square. I gotta try to see Hamilton. I ride to the train. I catch a train. We're moving, and then we stop. I don't know if you guys take the BQ in Brooklyn ever, but like we were literally right by the Nickelodeon area, right by the Manhattan Bridge, for about 10 minutes. She knows exactly what I'm talking about. I had to put that out, yeah. So we're like there for like 10 minutes, and I'm just getting sadder. And I'm like, will I even get there? And I don't know what's happening anymore. And I'm thinking to myself, breathe, Mark, breathe, relax, breathe and relax. The train moves. We finally get to Rockefeller Center. I'm running as fast as I can, and then I get to Richard Rogers Theater. When I get there, they just closed the lottery, and I get really sad. And it actually just starts to rain finally, and I'm walking back towards Times Square, and I call my parents, and I just start saying thank you to them, and I can't stop saying thank you, and I just completely say the phrase thank you, and every time I say that, I start realizing that this is not just a thank you, this is a more serious thank you than anything's ever happened before. I realized that these were goodbye thank yous. And then I hung up the phone and started crying harder. My skeleton's shaking at this point, and I walked into the 49th Street train station, and inside there I started thinking to myself, well, I can go to the improv jam at the Pit Loft. No, get some sleep, Mark, get some sleep, it'll be fine, just get some sleep. We'll wait for the train. I notice it's getting very crowded in there, and I'm near the front of like the platform area, and this is like the scariest moment ever. I gave myself permission to kill myself, to throw myself in front of the train. I see the train lights coming. Well, Mark, it's time to do it. I'm just getting as close as I can to the final ledge. It's a packed train station. No one notices that I'm doing what I'm about to do. I'm just crying so hard at this moment. And then, whoosh, the train passes me. And I realized I missed my opportunity, and I was so mad and so sad at the exact same moment. The doors open, and I walk into the train, and I'm just a miserable wreck. I'm shaking, I'm freezing, and I'm just so sad. And then I get off the train at 28th Street. Go above ground, I notice I have 4 missed calls from my parents. They're freaked out. I told them I decided to go to the jam, and they're like, we love you, and I said, I love you too. And then when I get to the Pit Loft, I did the most insane thing in my personal opinion. I pulled out my phone and I typed in 2 words, Roboxen and depression. And literally the whole internet just said, don't do this. It's a bad combination. In fact, I would dare say it's the worst combination to take that painkiller and have depression. I don't know if you guys have ever popped a balloon before where let it out like slowly. That's exactly how it felt. And I just started feeling a little bit like better, and I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, and then, so this is like where the story gets really weird if you want to know about my psyche as a person. So I do the jam. At the jam, my first scene, my character is suicidal. This is 45 minutes after the actual incident. And then after the jam, I go to Times Square because I'm like, I want to see a show. I need to see a show. And I go to ETS and I see that on the board they have a play that they want me to see for, at this point, like a year. And it's Fun Home. I don't know if you guys know the show Fun Home, but it's a show where one of the main characters commits suicide by throwing himself in front of traffic. It's a really great show. I highly recommend seeing it too, by the way. It closes, oddly enough, at the 1-year anniversary of this on September 10th. So I come home and I am always like, I'm just in a weird state after this whole situation. And I see my roommates on the couch and I'm like, hey, what's up? I tell them what happened. And they're like, Mark, if you let us know what was happening, we could have helped you. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you very much. I go in my room. And while in my room, I sit in my bed and I think to myself, I really had no idea how bad this was till 3 p.m. But I mean, it's nice to know that I have a strong support system. Whenever I call my parents now, I actually limit the amount of thank yous I say. And please, seriously, if you are depressed, don't take Roboxin. And thank you very much for listening to my story.